Hey, it
W-
appears it worked.
We're back.
Hopefully, we'll actually stay with you a few minutes. I'm hoping.
Oh my goodness. This has been one roller coaster ride after another.
It really has.
And we went off the air, couldn't get back on. So we apologize to everybody for that. And probably, I know you guys are like, well, what happened? Did they just disappear? And
Yes,
we kind of
yes, we
did
did.
for a little bit. Yeah, it was just, we were just having so many problems. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get through the last half hour of this show without any issues, without any problems, and you guys can enjoy our lovely voices.
Yes, the melodious sounds and all of that sort of stuff
Yeah.
there.
So, welcome back to the Right Way with Shannon and Mike,
Wow, I don't
part
even know.
two,
We should
part eight,
part 11.
part, part all of that.
I'm not even sure what part that is we
Yeah.
are right now. But hey,
And we seem to be doing fine. We seem to have no issues right now. And like I said, fingers crossed, we're going to stay that way and we're going to ride this through till 9 o'clock
this is
with
true.
smiles.
I don't know about that part.
I don't know
You
about the
can't see
smiles
me,
either.
so I'm not gonna.
I'm smiling. Can you
You
hear
are.
my smile? Yeah, you can hear
Well,
somebody smiling. Like,
well.
like you can hear when somebody's angry, like you talk to them on the telephone.
Yeah, actually, you can. You're right. I never really thought. You can certainly hear when they're not happy.
Yeah.
When someone is not happy, you certainly can hear that loud and clear. And
Uh-huh.
it doesn't matter the words they say,
No.
but you can hear the tone and you
Uh-huh.
can tell. So yeah, I guess you can hear if someone is happy in
Yeah.
their tone too.
Yeah. And we're still good. And I'm still smiling.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So it is really difficult to stay light and bright and bubbly when you're having technical issue
It really
after a
is.
technical issue.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what was happening this morning.
Yes.
We
Yes,
were
yes,
just
yes, yes, yes.
not, it was just not gelling together.
It really wasn't. But you know what? There's a couple of things that I would really like to talk about. Some good news, some good things, just because I think we could all use that.
Yeah.
There is a story that I really liked, and I actually saw this story,
Uh-huh.
and I want to share it. It says 4-year-old boy is able to take his first steps thanks to
Uh,
donation from a stranger.
yeah.
Did you hear about this
Yes, I
story?
actually saw this story on the news like a day or two ago.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Luis Tamares.
Cute little kid too.
He really is. He stood in front of his pre-K classmates for the first time, and there wasn't a dry eye in the room. Quote, his reaction was pure joy, says Lewis's teacher, Amy Cutler.
Hmm.
Um, this little boy was born with cerebral palsy,
Yeah.
and he spent the first 4 years of his life crawling or using a wheelchair to get around.
Uh-huh.
And then the staff of the school that he went to in New Jersey learned about a device called an UPSI that allows a child with something like cerebral palsy or some sort of an issue that keeps them from walking
Hmm.
to experience the sensation of walking through being strapped to an adult.
Right.
Like it's kind of like he's wearing the adult, like a
Oh, like when you
walker,
put your foot, like when you're a little kid and you put your feet
on your
on your
parents,
parents' feet.
usually with your dad,
Yeah, when you're
when
dancing. Yeah.
yeah, especially like dads do with their little girls,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
So the little boy is in a harness
Hmm.
and he's strapped to an adult or a person that is large enough to be able to support his weight.
Yeah.
And as that person walks, his left foot is on their left foot and strapped to it. His right foot is on their right foot and strapped to it. And
Right.
then around his midsection is a harness that it's like a vest
Hmm.
that he wears with a strap that the adult wears so that he gets that sensation of being upright, completely
Uh-huh.
standing, and then walking. Even though
Wow.
he's not taking the steps, he's getting to see what that would be like. And from
Yeah.
what I understand, it is the first time that he was actually able to do that. But the cool thing about this story, well, that's cool in itself. But the really cool thing, and it gives you hope in the kindness of strangers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I want to get this completely right. There was a substitute teacher at Louisa's school, Ural Brown, who was working as an Uber driver part time.
Uh-huh.
And one night in December, he told a passenger about Louis and the device that would change his life. And he did that because, as a substitute teacher, he was part of the fundraising effort at the school because the teachers had all gotten together, which is already cool. The teachers had all gotten together to try and get this device for this little boy.
Right.
And this substitute teacher was at his second job talking about the fundraiser that the school was doing for this student. And apparently, there was the passenger that was in the car was so touched by the story, he said, well, forget the fundraiser. I'll write the check.
Wow.
And he just bought the device, the UPSI,
Right.
for Louise.
That's awesome.
It is. And in the coverage, which I will share, because I just thought the story was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
They had a meeting, a press conference, or whatever you call it, ceremony,
Right.
where the young man was actually using the UPSI strapped to one of his guides, one of his teachers,
Mm-hmm.
and he was getting to walk across the classroom for the first time. And the words are escaping me.
That's because of all that
Yes.
off and on the air. Now you're
Yes.
like, do I get a break now?
Yeah. Yeah. So the
Excuse
substitute
me.
teacher
Uh-huh.
and the gentleman that was kind enough to actually buy the apparatus was there, and the whole news crew and teachers and parents and all of that, and it was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So, and they were saying that there wasn't a dry eye in the place, and this was the first time that this young man was actually able to walk. Now, as he gets older, he may need something like this resized so that he can
Yeah.
still get that feel. But the gentleman that bought it, Burke said, seeing the boy's elated reaction was life-changing and worth every penny. I gave $500 and got $1 million smile.
Wow.
He said, quote unquote, through tears. Now
Wow.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
For someone to do that for a stranger, for a child, is awesome.
it is.
And to look at it that way, to say he gave $500 and got $1 million smile.
Yeah.
That's
It was
awesome. And
worth
I
every
hope
penny.
that man is blessed
Yeah.
in proportion, because that was an awesome thing he did.
You know, I just hope that there are more people out there that'll do things like that for, someone that needs it.
Yeah.
You never know how much you can change somebody's life by doing something like that, by, just the little things. It's just the little things that make it so worthwhile for other people.
It does. And it is the little things. It really, really is.
And you never really realize how much it really means to somebody. So that's a really cool thing.
Yes. So I'm glad I got to share that story with everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other ones that I'm looking forward to sharing. But unfortunately, I'm having some.
You're having some technical difficulties,
Yes,
huh?
yes, I am.
Yeah. It just seems to be going around. Like we tried to, I don't even know if everybody could hear us, several times before. We had said between yesterday and today, we were just struggling with this nor'easter. It's been wreaking havoc up and down the eastern seaboard, from like North Carolina, South Carolina, all the way up to Boston, New Hampshire, So it's been really bad. A lot of downed trees, a lot of property damage. Here in Baltimore, in Maryland, the state of Maryland, there have been downed trees all over the place. So it's been really rough, on everybody. Like I said earlier in the show, the storm is moving away up towards, the Canadian. This is the Canadian Maritime.
I don't even know what this
I like
is.
when they say stuff like that, the Maritime.
I don't even know.
But it's moving northward and away from populated areas as it strengthens. So hopefully this is the last of the problems we'll have, at least for now, or the next couple of weeks or months. Hopefully it'll never happen again. So you guys can enjoy us and listen to us. Because we like you.
Well, that's special.
Well, I was thinking about all that caring and giving with little Luis and his harness, and I wanted to give the public, our people, our listeners, that same sort of love and support.
Aw, aw.
And you guys don't believe a word of it.
But it's all good. It sounded good. It sounded good.
Yeah, it definitely did. I try. So that's an awesome thing. What is that bling bling sound? Is that me?
No, it's
No.
me. It's notifications. We have a couple of folks that we're actually trying to help us.
Work out some issues.
Yeah, was trying to help us. So I'm not even sure. So I'm not even sure what is going on at the moment.
Well, we're gonna keep moving along and keep trying to um, talk and keep you guys informed and keep you guys in the know, and we'll figure out what's going down, what's
Talking
going on.
about Betty White now. So we're not even on.
We're talking about what are we talking about Betty White for? Okay. Well, I think what we should do, because we're coming up 20 minutes, 40 minutes after the hour, uh, we should try and take a commercial break and see what happens with our broadcast. And hopefully, we will be back with no issues. Because, like I said, we've just been plagued by issues, but hopefully that will not be the case when we come back. And we'll be able to jump right back in it and talk to you guys. So we'll be right back.
From the war front to the streets of our nation's capital, men of faith,
We're not on the air. So it's 5 million.
Dr. Michael Jones, the underground professor, and Kenneth McClinton, the exceptional conservative, bring both constitutional gravitas and spiritual perspective on today's issues to the most influential Christian urban talk show. It's a new day on New Day, Black and Red.
Hey, it's Jersey Joe from the Reverb Common Sense. You can catch me every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on shrmedia.com. That's every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, shrmedia.com.
Good morning.
I'm Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Okay, folks, that's not how it goes. I think I'm Shannon, and you're Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. We are The Right Way with Shannon and Mike.
Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time
Live on SHR Media,
and on TECN,
where we'll be talking about all kinds of things.
from sports to politics
The food and entertainment,
to money
family,
and anything else in between.
community, holidays, all kinds of things.
It'll be great. Join us from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Hey, it's Jersey Joe from the Reverb Common Sense. You can catch me every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on shrmedia.com. That's every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, shrmedia.com.
Hi, my name is Willie Lawson of The Willie Lawson Show here
9 a.m., Monday through Friday. See you there.
We are back. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to Shannon Mike in the morning, the right way. We have just been having a lot of issues this morning, but we are trying to stay with you guys and keep you upbeat and happy
Or something.
or something.
Or something.
It's been a really interesting morning. I know you guys are like, oh, what's going on? Well,
I can tell you this, folks. For those of you that have trooped and stuck with us, I will do my dead level best to put my foot wherever it needs to go to get some clarification and correction.
She
so
means that.
Oh, I trust I do.
Yeah, she see when my Shannon gets mad, she gets really angry. They always say,
I try for it not to happen.
I don't know, what is that joke when the Hulk gets mad, he turns into Chuck Norris? When Chuck Norris gets mad, he turns into Shannon.
I love you.
So
That was awesome.
You don't want to mess with Shannon. I'm telling you now. Oh my goodness, my baby she's gonna put it on you. She's gonna hurt you.
Wow. So I'm it's funny because while we're on the air, I'm watching a conversation with some of our other folks on our network who are having a debate between whether we're actually on the air live or not. Because there are two folks on our network that are in the same city that one is hearing us live and the other is not. So we're going to keep going as if we're live. We're just going to put our faith in Jesus that whatever it is you're supposed to hear, you will hear, and that tomorrow morning we will not be having these issues.
Tomorrow's a new day. We're gonna come out the gate.
It's gonna be smoking hot tomorrow. I'm just telling you. And we're gonna do some show promotion this afternoon. We're going to pick a topic and we're going to run with it. And I will be doggoned if this is going to happen again.
It will never happen again.
Yes.
Not on my watch.
Yes, not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
And in the immortal, good tasting words.
She said she's going to put some feet somewhere.
I'm going to put some feet somewhere and some stank on them too.
She's going to put some stank on her feet?
Yep. I'm going to mess with me. I'm going to Dookie Chasers. How about that? Mess with me and I'm going to Dookie Chasers. I'm going to put some stank on some feet.
She's going to put some stank on some feet with some Dookie.
There we go. And we will make sure. Oh, and here we go.
Now we get a phone call live on air. You want to hear the phone call, guys? That is too funny. Anyway, we got to move it right along and pretend like we don't even hear the phone.
Good morning.
Because that's too funny. Anyway, one of the things that I do want to touch on. I was trying to talk about this earlier. Was about the Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks, and it was against the Atlanta Falcons. Against did I say that right? The Atlanta Falcons against the New England Patriots. Now, a lot of people cannot stand Tom Brady and are very angry at him for all kinds of different reasons. But to the people who are Patriots, I can't say Patriot haters or Tom Brady haters, but to those people, let me just say something to you on this. And I know you're going to argue with me and say, no, Tom Brady's horrible. Listen, the guy got suspended for 4 games. He went through all his Deflategate stuff and still came back to win the playoff championship. Come on, that's you got to give the man some kind of respect on that. And I know a lot of people are like, nah, I don't want to hear it, but that's a big deal. A lot of people, there are a lot of football players, a lot of quarterbacks who have their career, who spend time in the NFL, and never have any kind of issue, any kind of problem come up during their career, and don't ever make it to the Super Bowl, or don't win the playoffs. So for Tom Brady to come back from all of that and be entering the Super Bowl again, you got to give a man a little bit of respect. Man, come on now. If that was you would want somebody to respect you in that manner. So that's all I'm saying about that. Another thing is because we have the quarterback from the Falcons, and this is his first time going in. I can't remember the guy's name right now, but this is his first time, so it's a good thing. You want to give him his respect too. I am not a big Patriots fan, like everybody knows. I am just, I just got a message. Brady gets nothing. Brady's cool. He's cool. Um, I know you don't like Brady, but it's okay. Anyway, um, so the Falcons and and New England are gonna showdown at Super Bowl, and we're gonna see how that is. Like I said, I'm not a big Patriots fan. I'm not a big Falcons fan either. I'm not a Falcons fan at all, to be honest. But I rather I rather it I rather Patriots win if it's gonna be something. So we'll see how that goes down. I just got another message. Jets, Jets, Jets. Yes, I agree. Jets, I would love to see the Jets play sometime in my lifetime. I'd like to see them in the Super Bowl before I drop that. That would be nice. We'll see what happens. But maybe next year they'll come back. Maybe they'll have something for us. And they'll make it to the playoffs and go straight to the show. We don't know, but I'd love to see it. And that'll be something for us to dream about until then. What I am going to do, though, because we had so many technical, I can't even speak today, technical difficulties, because we had so many issues, and I know y'all are sick of commercials, but I'm going to have to play at least one commercial, just one, because we got to pay the bills. But I'm going to play at least one, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk some more and have a little bit more fun. Be right back.
Welcome to Lion Chasers, where faith and public policy intersect. And now, your Lion Chaser in the good fight of faith, Lonnie Poindexter, on Urban Family Talk.
We're not saying that there's not instances where there's maybe racial injustice somewhere. This is America, and people are human, and there's sin in the world. He's a president of first. He's the first president to say that America is not a Christian nation any longer. But, we'll pray for our enemies while we defeat them.
You can't blame folks for messing up the city. There has not been an elected Republican in council in Baltimore City in over 50 years.
In the co-captain's chair with me today, Reverend Ralph Chittens.
What's happened is the social justice movement has now been hijacked by a godless movement.
Don't be bamboozled. Ladies and gentlemen, Frederick Douglass was a gun-toting conservative. It's not a black or a white issue. It's a God versus anti-God issue. And I know those would say, well, it's all rigged. It's all a game, Lonnie. Because I get that a lot. And they're the crew that has their bags packed at the train station waiting for Jesus to come back. He'll be here in a minute. A train went by. Another train went by. That wasn't Jesus. But he's coming. Meanwhile, Rome is burning. The host of the Black Man Thinking radio show. Welcome to the show, Stanley Levy.
Good morning, Lonnie. How are you?
The core issues to build elephants aren't in the home. We got to do away with the entitlement programs and the things that hamstring us.
And that's where the conservative viewpoints really resonate for my generation.
I want to welcome to the show the host of the Exceptional Conservative Show, and that's my brother Kenneth McClinton. Welcome, brother.
Lonnie, it's an honor and privilege always to be with your ever-expanding audience.
Let your listeners be Lion Chasers with Lonnie Poindexter. If Lion Chasers sounds right for your station or network, contact Will Addison by email, waddison@afa.net. Encourage your listeners to be Lion Chasers with Lonnie Poindexter and Urban Family Talk.
Chasing lions.
Better than chasing Dookie. And for those of you that didn't catch our show, we did a show a couple of weeks ago on some of the best buffets or some of the top buffets across, all the you-can-eat buffets across the country.
Uh-huh.
And on that list, in Louisiana, is a buffet restaurant called Dookie Chasers.
Yeah.
So when you hear me making that reference, I'm actually making the reference to that because...
Should we be talking about them, though?
Probably not.
because we're not getting no money for it.
That's true.
I want some money.
That's true. And as
I want some food.
someone tweeted me last night, be careful, talking about people because they can talk back. So, good morning if you're listening. Anyway,
Okay.
that was personal.
I see.
That was personal, folks. I guess you're hitting the mark when you're minding your business. You're covering things. You're talking about things that are not only happening and out there, but on YouTube. Okay, so let me be very clear. And this is across the board, and anybody can own any piece of this that they want.
Here
If
it
you
comes.
do something stupid and it's on YouTube and it ends up in my inbox and I talk about it, you can go chase whatever you want. But if you don't want people to talk about the stupid things you do, don't do them on camera and put it on YouTube.
So somebody did something dumb and then they put it on YouTube and now they don't want you to talk about it?
Yes, pretty much.
That's
Pretty much.
dumb.
I'm not going to go into
I don't know. I'm not
bigger
asking you to.
details about it, but yes, there's a big thing in Baltimore right now about a protest that happened after Election Day that I covered,
Uh-huh.
and I shared the video because this altercation got recorded. And now, from November to now, as in last night, it made a big thing. I got 4 personal tweets from this particular person. And I'm actually I am not a shrinking violet or a wallflower.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I've said before to folks that, listen to me, my dad wanted sons. So he raised me accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say to me, I'm look forward to talking face to face, and you send it to me in caps, first of all, for a man to send that to a woman, I think is disrespectful. Because the whole tone of it was, we can meet in the playground after school.
He sounded like he wanted to fight
So
you.
let me be very clear.
Like he wanted to fist fight you.
I am one of the most dudish, straight chicks you will ever meet.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a problem picking up a trash can lid,
I've seen it happen.
taking off a shoe, and using whatever I need to make short work of whatever the issue
to
is.
get my message across.
Let me be very clear. And heaven help you, woe be unto you if I break a nail in the process, because yes, I am still girly. And if I break a nail in the process and gotta get a new manicure, I'm gonna take it all out on you till I get tired.
Yeah, that can be bad.
So
I've seen that before. That can get bad.
it did. It did on a few occasions. It did. I'm just saying. Because, and we're getting a message, someone saying, Pastor, question mark, exclamation point, LOL. Let me be very clear on some things. Sister right here is Old Testament. I'm not New Testament. I'm Old Testament. If you come for me, I'm coming for you. And I'm going to come for you hard enough that you don't ever come for me again. Let me be clear. I will turn the other cheek, but trust and believe while I'm finding an infinite series of cheeks to turn, the other hand, I'm a lefty. My southpaw is coming for you. So.
My southpaw is strong.
My southpaw game is strong, y'all.
I guess I shouldn't have started you off on that.
No, you know what it is? I'm a woman in a political world. I'm the first Black woman ever elected to a state party office in Baltimore, in Maryland, in the state of Maryland. And right about now, I'm catching it from all sides. And you know what? I am quite capable of playing tennis. You volley at me, I'm volleying it right back.
Yep, that's what you got to do.
You what? You don't like it? Go sit down somewhere.
I hear you.
Want to hear it? Because it goes something like this.
Now, I know a lot of men are probably listening. They're like, your wife is just going off. And you like saying nothing because it's some man. Trust me, fellas, I'm strong in my masculinity to know that she can handle herself. That's why I'm not even worried about it. Because if I got to do it, if it got to be physical, that's what I'm here for.
Exactly.
But
now, if we can just keep it verbal and intellectual, I got this. And even if you want to take it a little further, I still got this. But if it gets out of hand, trust me, I got a husband, a brother, a son, and some adopted big brothers, and we got you.
Say word.
Come with it if you feel strong.
Thank you, Ralph. I hear you.
Politics is not for the faint of heart. My heart don't have no faint in it.
I hear you.
So, for those of you that face your challenges of your own, in your world, in your day, just say, "Whoosah," with one hand and reach up with the other one and say amen, hallelujah, and just thank God for the strength that you know he has already given you, because this too shall pass, and whatever comes in front of you, he will give you the tools and the weapons to knock down.
Absolutely.
So on that note, I want to say that all of you should do what I'm going to do, which is let it all go, keep my focus on my higher power, and I'm going to put myself in a mental place that I can be a blessing to those whose paths I cross. Now, understand, sometimes when you're being a blessing, you got to break up the soil first.
Yeah.
So whether you need to get broke down, or just move to the side, you make sure whatever you do it in a way that gives God honor and glory, and you carry it forward and you pay it forward. And whatever it is you do, how should they do it?
They should do it
The what?
the right way.
Amen.
Catch you tomorrow.